G'day viewers, the end of another week means it's time for Totally Fucked Up Friday.
Hello, hi, how you going?
And we're off and running. I tell you what, one thing that a lot of people wanted us to talk about was the slightly disturbing oil spill in Arkansas.
A little bit disturbing, a little bit slippery.
Yeah, see, because when you hear about oil spills, I don't know about you, but I always think they're at sea. Like a tanker ran aground, an oil rig blew up.
Oh, there's ducks on the beach.
But this is in the middle of landlocked area in Arkansas because they had a pipeline going through that bursted.
Oh.
And it's like, it's not even quite that simple, like, that's bad. Oh, and luckily it was in a remote area, not luckily for the people's houses it went through. But, and it got into some waterways, but not major waterways. So it's sort of like the best thing you could say about it is it could have been a million times worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
But when you read some of the background to it, it's quite freaky, because this pipeline has been around since the 1940s. So it's a 70-year-old pipeline, right? And
so some maintenance issues, we think.
It could be. And it was originally, it was piping oil, crude oil, from Texas up to Canada. Okay? And then that kind of ran out. And these days, it's actually that icky tar sand stuff, which is coming from Canada and coming back. And so they've set it up to flow in the other way, because pipes have valves and controls and all things.
They really do.
Reversing it is not quite as simple as it might seem.
Yep.
And the second thing is, it's not really oil. A more accurate term for this shit is diluted bitumen. It's sludge. It's barely liquid sludge. Like, when it gets to waterways, it does sit on the top, but not for long. It will actually sink. It's not like oil is lighter than water. It'll sort of gum out, and then lots of it will sink, and it's fucking impossible to clean up.
Right.
So,
give me one of those.
Old pipeline, they've reversed the way it works. They've put different crap in it. Oh, and they upped the rate that it was going through. For all these years, it was sort of piping a certain number of million barrels out.
60,000.
And they upped it to 90,000 a day. And so, and just to top it off, it was run by a company with a flawless safety record, Exxon.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I've heard of
it's sort of like the name Exxon immediately links in your mind to worst environmental disaster.
It does.
Exxon Valdez. But it's like, at what point was someone going to say, I think something might go wrong here? Company with a bad record. Reverse the direction of the pipe. Put different sludge in the pipe. Up the rate of stuff going through the pipe. What do you have to do before someone says, I think we're taking a safety risk here?
I think what you got to do is slap your cock on a brick and then hit it with a hammer. And then people go, that's a safety risk.
You know, I imagine that's actually a conversation you would hear in the corridors of Exxon. Who's that guy smacking his dick with a hammer? He's the safety officer.
Safety.
Oh, and a lot of people have pointed out, because there's a controversial plan for a mega pipeline known as Keystone XL, which would be for tar sands again. And look, while it's not really accurate to say, because this happened, it would definitely happen here, it would really give me pause for thought.
It would make me fucking
If you want monster fucking pipe churning billions of gallons of this fucking sludge through, I would not want it through my backyard, quite honestly.
No. And this shit is evil. It's fucking horrid, gloppy stuff. And when you see it hit the ground, you go, is that making a little mountain before it slides? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, read the old Brer Rabbit story about the tar baby. That's what you're going to be if this shit gets on you.
Because you can't get it off. It's just it's sticky, sandy shit.
Yeah, so all I can say is good luck with your Exxon Valdez Keystone XL pipeline. What could possibly go wrong? What indeed?
Yeah.
But look, let's stop. Last week I think all we did was weird stories from America. So we'll go somewhere else. We'll pick on the French. No one's going to object to that.
No.
There was a truly bizarre story came out last week.
The French.
He's been practicing his accent.
Oh, je suis désolé. I think maybe we pick on the English.
No. Speaking of people with flawless histories, French spy agencies, okay? Brought to you by the same people who decided to blow up the Rainbow Warrior in New Zealand. There was, for no apparent reason, a French spy agency got upset about a Wikipedia entry about a military base. Now this was
fucking Wikipedia. They're animals. They're shitheads. They're the mad. They're fucking con mad.
So again, this was not a new entry. It had been around for ages, and there was no like WikiLeaks stuff in there. There's no secret stuff. It was all sort of public domain, well-known facts about it. It's been there for ages.
Fucking Wikipedia, I kiss them, I touch them with my tongue of love, and they fuck me for it, so I say, fuck you! You are the bitch table, you are fucking triple penetration, you are fuckers.
So out of the blue, with no reason, and not even saying what it was they didn't like, this spy agency was saying to the Wikipedia people, you have to delete that article.
Take it down, you fucking unpatriotic shit-eaters. Take it down now.
Now you will be surprised to learn Wikipedia's answer was, fuck off.
You give me the finger? Well, fuck you! I hate you!
And proving the innate competence of French spy agencies, what they did next was essentially grab up a French citizen who happened to be a Wikipedia editor who had the clearance levels to delete an article. Now, anyone who knows anything about a Wikipedia means there's a single click thing to bring it back after it's deleted, so it's a pretty shit thing to do. But seriously,
Francois, you will delete this article or I will cut your dick off.
and that's basically what they did. They got this guy, he had never contributed to this article, but he had clearance level to be able to delete it, and they threatened to arrest him and do all these things if he didn't delete it.
Can I finish my baguette first? No, okay, we go
Yeah,
and
getting
delete
serious.
the article, okay?
No baguette for you.
I delete the article is deleted, maybe you take the bag off my fucking head, yes?
And now, here's a trivia question for those playing along at home. See if you can guess what is currently the most read page on French Wikipedia.
They're fucking reading my article again. So finally fucking deleted. It's still up. They fucking clicked and reverted to another form. The fuckers. The bitch triple penetration motherfuckers. They're English. They're English.
Yeah, apparently one of the many things the totally fucked up French spy agency has never heard of is the Streisand effect. They haven't heard of how Wikipedia works, and they've never heard of what happens if you shout really loud, I don't want anyone to know this!
Bastards. Motherfuckers.
So yeah, fucked up end for the French spy agency. And look, even though I said we shouldn't pick on America, this final story is also from the US. And in fact, bit of trivia, the pipeline we were talking about runs through this neighbourhood. We're in the sort of really conservative, quiet heartland in Illinois.
One of the still together pieces, right?
Yeah, you know, so it's like, it's a very religious area, it's a very conservative area, very staid, good, upright, proper people come from Illinois and around there, right?
Mount Carmel, come on.
So, look, if you're going to let off steam in these quiet, conservative areas, you got to do it in a subdued way, not like those crazy people in the city, not like the drug fiends in the big cities. You've got to do it in a more controlled way.
You know what I think I'd do?
What would you do?
I think what I'd do is get in a car, drive it at 90 miles per hour, and then jack off out the window. Hey!
You know what?
Yeah!
Only you would come up with that. Well, look, to be fair, only you and the former deputy mayor of Mount Carmel, Illinois.
Bugger me.
Absolutely, that would be on his list. I think from his history,
Yeah.
he back when he was deputy mayor, there's a couple of years ago, he was up on charges for indecent exposure, and that was never prosecuted. And that was an hilarious bit of this article.
Rightly so too.
Yeah, the district
If you own
attorney.
the judiciary, you shouldn't have to answer to it.
Yeah, the assistant district attorney, when quizzed at what happened with those indecent exposure charges, went, I don't know,
They went
I
away.
don't remember, I don't know who was working on it, I don't know what happened, please don't investigate that any further,
They went
that's not going to
away.
end well.
It just evaporated.
Yeah, so they
Left
never
it in the
prosecuted
fridge
this
and
guy.
we put a name on it and someone else ate it.
Yeah. And now, this is the actual description I like, because it's been reported in a few different places, from the rather staid headlines of man charged with indecent exposure to former lawmaker drives at 90 miles per hour, masturbating out the window. Yeah, same story, slightly different ways of reporting it.
Different angle.
Could you imagine filing the report? Like, there are multiple witnesses who says, no, this guy is
This guy.
banging it down the road.
And then I thought, I was looking at him because he's driving so fast, and I thought, what's he doing? And he was licking his finger,
And a bit
doing a bit of that
Hey!
whilst driving. I mean, can you imagine trying to drive like that? Oh my
What
stars.
does that maybe his plan all along, like do something so insane and so outrageous, and in fact quite implausible, that when it came up to trial, just say to the judge, "Con, that didn't happen."
Nah,
how do you do that?
How does anyone do that? You'd need a stick tied to your leg to hit the accelerator and another stick on your arm to do the brake. And, you know, you'd be driving with your one arm and then jacking it. Come on, Judge, who does that? How would you do that?
That sounds like the plot for a Mr. Bean porno movie.
It does a little bit.
I am now not going to be able to sleep tonight thinking of Rowan Atkinson doing deviant porn.
Oh, I wish you hadn't have said that.
I think that's a real thing, isn't it?
I was clear of that.
Yeah.
Until you just said it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So, okay, point being, just, you know, when you're in Mount Carmel, if a car drives past you at 90 miles an hour, don't look.
Don't look.
Don't look, because this guy's going to be there jacking it.
Hello friends, thanks very much for indulging me on this moment. You know, a lot of people stop me in the street and they say, "Hey, Aidsy, would you please put down my child? He's not for sale and you can't have him." And other people say to me on sometimes the social media and sometimes in skywriting, "How do I get a suggestion through to Angry Studios for a TFU Friday? It is, after all, Thursday in America and late Friday in Australia." Well, early Friday in Australia and late Thursday in America, what you should do is get hold of Angry through a YouTube message or at Twitter at AngryAussie with your suggestions of what TFU events have happened this week. We prefer the stories to be sourced, fresh, and not involving child death. Child death is one of those topics which is a little too controversial for us and, frankly, puts us off our food. We don't like to be seen to be profiting from misery or people's sorrow, except in the case that they're Roman Catholics in the Vatican or hyper-conservatives. We like sex, we like embarrassment, and we like zombies. I am, after all, one of those people. Thanks again and have a great weekend. Thanks for sharing it.